Well, good evening to all pro wrestling fans from all around the world of all shapes and sizes. Welcome to another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the YouTube the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, just wanted to get on here and talk about a couple of things. First off, going to talk about some more Stardom for Vegas, as we actually have a confirmation on the full name of the second show and when tickets are going to be on sale for that. So I'm going to talk about that and kind of also give my wish list of talent I would like to see make the trip representing Stardom for Vegas. So I want to talk about that. I also want to talk a little bit about Charlotte Flair. I know there's been a lot of buzz around her returning from injury, her divorce, and just, a lot of fans firing back at the Cleveland crowd for how they booed her during her return promo. Of course, she returned, won the Royal Rumble, and she appeared on Raw and got booed as she was pretty much talking about her comeback and such. So I'm going to give my thoughts on that. And I want to kind of give a more thorough mini preview of the upcoming Pro Wrestling Noah Junior Tag League 2025. And just kind of give my take on the 8 teams that will be competing in that tournament, which starts next week. It's right around the corner. So definitely want to get into that. But first, let's talk World Wonder Ring Stardom. Okay. So, we know that Spark Joshi was the promotion that, Chibi Cibi announced about not only Spark Joshi doing a show in Vegas, but also Stardom doing one as well. That the name of that first show is called Stardom American Dream 2025 in Sin City. Well, not that long ago, the Coast Crew, of course, Prestige Wrestling, West Coast Pro, Deadlock Pro Wrestling, had announced for their last mystery show, it was another Stardom show. That's right, another Stardom show, which will be the following day. So you have the first show that'll be on April 17th, and then you have April 18th, which this Stardom show will be called Stardom American Dream 2025 in the Neon City. So that's the name of this second show. So Stardom American Dream 2025 in Sin City, Stardom American Dream 2025 in the Neon City. Those are your two official names for these two Stardom shows in Las Vegas. Now, they haven't announced ticket information yet for Stardom in Sin City. I assume that information for that and Spark Joshi, which that one's called Spark Joshi Lady Luck. I believe that ticket information and venue information will be revealed at the same time, and where it is in about 2 or so weeks, or probably now less than 2 weeks. But for Stardom American Dream 2025 in the Neon City, tickets actually go on sale tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. And you can actually go on the site. It's an Eventbrite, which thank God it's an Eventbrite, not Ticketmaster. But it's an Eventbrite. And looking at the details, you can actually get an idea of what the ticket prices are. And hate to break it to y'all, but they're pretty much the same prices as last year's Stardom American Dream 2024 in the Keystone State, which was in Philly that I went to. General admission is $60, which is pretty much seating or standing anywhere behind the first 3 rows. Row 3 is $90. Row 2 is $200, and row 1, which I did sit row 1 last year, $300. So those are the prices for this show. And to be honest with you, I got a feeling that Stardom American Dream 2025 in Sin City is going to have the same price tiers. I know I was talking to some of my friends and some of my Discord wrestling friends. Not a fan of this pricing list, which totally understandable. Because I mean, after all, much more expensive than TJPW and whatnot. Especially individual tickets. But at the same time, I mean, these are the same prices as last year's show, so I guess not that crazy of a surprise. The posted time, so doors open at 11:30 a.m. Show begins at 12 p.m. They have the date time listed for 12 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Which, I mean, it's only 2.5 hours. So, I mean, honestly, I got a feeling that it might be another 5-match card. Just like it was last year. Because remember, last year was a 5-match card. Which 2 of them were title matches. But yeah, it was a 5-match card. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed the show. Of course I enjoyed the show. I was there front row. So, of course I enjoyed the show. But, I was kind of hoping, to be honest, I was really kind of hoping for a little bit longer of a time frame to maybe that would warrant 7 matches, at least. I mean, I'm not saying you can't get enough good time and action from a 5-match card. I just think for, these rare opportunities with Stardom coming to the States, like, it would be nice if it was more of a 7-match card instead of a 5. But, I mean, what it does make me wonder, though, is, are they going to mix up the talent between both shows? Or pretty much is the same amount of talent going to compete both shows? Kind of like how TJPW with the Collective, all 16 TJPW wrestlers are doing both shows. The TJPW Live in Vegas show and the TJPW versus DDT versus GCW collaboration show. I wonder if Stardom may do the same for these 2 shows in Vegas. Because if I remember correctly, so, let's, and this will kind of tie in to once I do the wish list. So, last year, let's see, let's count it up. So, last year at Stardom American Dream 2024, for Stardom wrestlers that participated, we had Saki Kashima, Mei Sara, Momo Watanabe, Starlight Kid, Azumi, Saya Kamatani, Shuri. I'm not going to count Konami because at the time she wasn't signed to Stardom. I mean, she did get signed to Stardom not too long afterwards, but technically she wasn't assigned to Stardom at the time, so I'm not going to count her. Mayu Iwatani, Momokogo, Tam Nakano, Mina Shirakawa, Micah. So 12. 12 Stardom stars, or 12 Stardom wrestlers, were at American Dream 2024. Now, I wonder how many they'll have for these two shows. I mean, it is two shows because, I mean, last year they only did one show, but you know, some of the Stardom talent did other shows, like, you know, some of the talent did ROH, Spark Joshi, Shuri did GCW JCW versus the World. So I mean, there's that. I mean, if they did 12 last year, honestly, I'm hoping for this trip, for these two shows, because I mean, let's count it out. Let's count out the number on the roster. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. So they got 40. They got 40 Stardom wrestlers on their roster currently. To be honest, they got 40. Why not bring half? Bring 20. I hope they could bring 20. I mean, they got 40 total on their main website listed under player profiles. That's 40 total wrestlers. They might as well bring 20. Might as well bring 20. You know? Bring half. And if need be, you could split them up between both shows, because I mean, they're doing two shows. And I'm sure Chibi CB, you know, is gonna want to book some for Spark Joshi, just like she did last year. So I'd say bring 20. If they're able to, bring 20. The only thing we do have to keep in mind is that this is pretty much let me double check. Okay. So we pretty much have to keep in mind. So the events are on the 17th and the 18th of April. 17th and 18th of April. Okay, so technically Stardom All-Star Grand Queendom is a little over a week afterwards, because it's on the 27th of April. So it's pretty much the Sunday after WrestleMania weekend. It's the Sunday after. So, I mean, I hope they do a good amount of build-up. You know, hopefully they do some decent build-up, even with these two shows in Vegas. But, you know, just something to keep in mind. But honestly, I really think they could do 20. They could bring 20 over to the States. Now, as far as my wish list, who I think could make the trip. Um, so going from the top, starting with stars. Um, I definitely believe Mayu Iwatani will make the trip. Um, I could see Hazuki making the trip. I could see Koguma making the trip. I think we'll get Fukuoka Double Crazy. I think we'll get Momokogo. Because we got to remember, Mayu and Momokogo made the trip last year. Honestly, I would love to see all 6 members of Stars on this trip. Saya Ida, it really depends on her injury status, but I heard word. Word is supposedly Saya Ida applied for a visa. I don't know if she got it or not, but word is she applied for a visa. So if that's the case, then I think we'll see Saya Ida in Vegas, which I believe this would be her first time in the U.S. if I remember correctly, because I don't think she's been on the other American tours even before last year. But I mean, Hanan probably won't make the trip, to be honest with you. But I think it would be cool to see Mayu, Saya Ida, Momokogo, Hazuki, and Koguma. I think those 5 have a good chance. But I don't think Hanan will make the trip. Cosmic Angels. I'm pretty sure Tam Nakano will make the trip. She was there last year. I would love to see Natsupoi make the trip. Hopefully she's on the list. I would love to see Saori Ano on the list as well, but something tells me she probably won't make the trip. Yuna Mizumori, I think there's a chance. With Yuna Mizumori. As much as I would love Aya Sakura, I don't think her nor Sayaka Kurara will make the trip. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think those 2 will make the trip. But if I had to pick from Cosmic Angels, who I honestly think could make the trip, Natsupoi, Tam Nakano, and Yuna Mizumori. I would love, from that list, I would love for Natsupoi, Saori Ano, Yuna Mizumori, and Aya Sakura to make the trip. I mean, I've met Tam Nakano last year, so, but I'm pretty sure she's going to be a guarantee. But that's what I think from Cosmic Angels. Now, from God's Eye, this one's tough to say. I'm thinking Shuri, being that, Shuri has been to the States before. She was there last year. I met her last year. So I think Shuri will be a lock. I think Saki Kashima, being, the reception that she had last year, winning the high-speed title, I think she's a lock. I really, really, really hope that Ami Sourei can make the trip. She's, at the top of my wish list. Ami Sourei's at the top of my wish list. So I'm really hoping Ami Sourei will make the trip. I think there's a chance Lady C can make the trip. But to be honest with you, I don't see Hina making the trip. I don't see Rena Yagami making the trip. I don't see Kyoka Kotatsu making the trip. Which Kyoka's not listed here, but I'm pretty sure she's gonna eventually be, if not already, signed to Stardom. And, Tomoka Inaba isn't on the list as well, which, she's not officially signed to Stardom. Maybe Tomoka could make the trip, but I doubt it. So if you ask me, Shuri, Ami Sourei, Saki Kashima, Lady C, are probably the ones from God's Eye I could see making the trip. Um, I mean, Tomoka Inaba's been to the States before, because remember, she's Stray Cat in Sukiban. But, which, you know, I wouldn't mind seeing Tomoka Inaba again. I met her in Japan. She was awesome. But, honestly, which, of course, you know, Shuri's one of my favorites, so of course I would love to meet Shuri again. But Amisore is at the top of the list for me. So, I'm thinking Shuri, Amisore, Saki Kashima, Lady C could potentially make the trip. Okay, Empress Nexus Venus. I don't think Xena will be... Well, I don't know if Xena will be cleared by then, so not her. I don't think Rion makes the trip. I think Hanako makes the trip. I think Waka Tsukiyama makes the trip. I think Micah makes the trip. And hopefully, if she's cleared of her injuries, Mina Shirakawa, I think, is a given. So, if you ask me, I think Hanako, Micah, Mina Shirakawa, and Waka Tsukiyama, I could see from EXV making the trip. I could see those four making the trip. Neo Genesis. To be honest with you, part of me could see all 5 of Neo Genesis make the trip. Part of me could see all 5 make the trip. And going back to Empress Nexus Venus, I mean, I met Mina and Micah last year. I also met, you know, Mina at WrestleCade, but, you know. But back to Neo Genesis. Honestly, I think all 5 could make the trip. I think definitely Starlight Kid makes the trip. Definitely Azumi. May Sarah made the trip last year, so May Sarah, good possibility. But I really think, I mean, there's a chance Miyu Yamasaki and Suzu Suzuki may make it. Or you know, if I had to pick 2 that probably won't make it, it's those 2. But something tells me I think there's a chance that all 5 members of Neo Genesis could make the trip. And I'm really hoping from that list, Suzu Suzuki is at the top, is near the top for me. I mean, I've met May Sarah last year. I've met Starlight Kid. I've met Azumi. You know, of course, no problem meeting them again, but definitely would love to meet Suzu. I think that would really be cool to meet Suzu Suzuki. But I think for sure at least Starlight Kid, Azumi, and May Sarah makes the trip, but I think there's a chance that all 5 could make the trip. All right, let's look at hate. To be honest, I think for sure, Momo Watanabe, Konami, and Saya Kamatani make the trip. I think those 3, at least those 3 will make the trip. Rina, I don't see it. Ruaka, I don't see it. Natsuko Tora is a maybe. Fuki Kendef, I don't see it. Tekla, I think Tekla has a good chance. So if I had to pick a list from hate that could make the trip, Natsuko Tora, Momo Watanabe, Tekla, Konami, and Saya Kamatani. Of course, you know, Konami, Momo Watanabe, Saya Kamatani were there last year. I didn't get to meet Momo, But I'm definitely, she's at the top of my list for this year for sure. Um, I met Konami last year. Met Saya Kamatani. Although I wouldn't mind meeting her again, just because new gimmick. But and of the unaffiliated, I don't see anybody from the unaffiliated making this list. I mean, Matoi Hamambe, she's injured. Akira Kuragane and Yuri Ahime, don't see it. So yeah, those are the ones that I'm thinking have a shot at, that I think have a good chance of making the trip. As far as like meet and greet purposes, like I said, I would love to meet Fukuoka Double Crazy. That's Hazuki and Koguma. Would love to meet Saya Ida, Hanan if possible. Would love to meet Natsupoi, Sari Ano, Aya Sakura, Yuna Mizumori. Would love to meet Shuri again. Would love to meet Ami Sore. Saki Kashima, Lady C. Would love to meet Waka, Tsukiyama, Hanako. Would love to meet Suzu Suzuki. Would love to meet Momo Watanabe. So, yeah. But yeah, so just giving my take on who I think could make the trip for Stardom for both shows. But if you ask me, I think they'd be doing good if they can get at least 20 to make the trip. I think half of the roster, you got 2 shows, you can break it up. That'd be good. But like I said, I got a feeling that both shows are probably going to be 5 to maybe 6 match cards. And I think some of the talent could work other shows as well. Like, for example, Spark Joshi. I think some of the Stardom talent will work that. Maybe a couple. Because, I mean, let's think. Who worked Spark Joshi last year? Mayu Iwatani, Tam Nakano, who else? Mina Shirakawa, Azumi, Starlight Kid. I think it was just, Konami. Yeah, it was those 6. It was those 6 that worked that show. And, some of the talent worked ROH Super Card of Honor, like Momo Kogo, Tam Nakano, Mei Sarah, I think Micah, Mina Shirakawa, I think Azumi, Saya Kamatani. But yeah, so, and I'm predicting that Shuri will get booked for Bloodsport. I got a feeling she's gonna get booked for Bloodsport. So that's just bold prediction there. But we'll see what happens. They haven't revealed any talent or matches yet, which I'm sure will probably start getting news on talent probably at some point before the end of this month, maybe near the end of this month. But yeah, looking forward to getting a ticket tomorrow. Should be great. Okay. Moving on. So, I want to talk a little bit about Charlotte Flair. Now, a lot of folks have been talking on social media and whatnot. Of course, Charlotte appeared on Monday Night Raw, gave her heartfelt promo about her comeback from injury and winning the Royal Rumble, becoming the first ever women's 2-time Royal Rumble winner. She got booed The show was in Cleveland. She got booed badly. And a lot of the there's a lot of backlash towards the crowd for booing Charlotte during this promo. Okay. Here's my take on this. First off, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't have any hatred or anything like that against Charlotte Flair. I do believe Charlotte Flair is a good wrestler. Very athletic. I mean, she showed through her whole career. Absolutely. Here's the thing. Injury. I mean, it always sucks hearing about injuries. Doesn't matter how minor or severe they are. And I am all for a good redemption story, and I am all for seeing anybody bounce back, recover from injury, and continue their careers. That's awesome. I'm always going to be a fan of that kind of thing. Here's the thing that folks got to understand. Let's also remember who this is. Oh, and before I go further, yes, I know Charlotte Flair just went through a divorce from Andrade. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. That's on them. Got to meet Andrade. He's pretty cool, by the way. But here's my point. We gotta remember who this is and what her name is. Let's not forget, y'all. We're talking about somebody that's a 16-time women's champion in the WWE. That a good number of those, she got fast-tracked to those title wins. Let's keep that in mind. And this is another instance of this happening. I mean, I know it's been a year and a half that she's been gone, but let's keep it real, y'all. She came back at Royal Rumble, first match in a year and a half, and she wins the Royal Rumble. I don't think a lot of people wanted that. Just my opinion. I could be wrong, but I don't think a lot of people were pulling for that. Not only that, this puts her in prime position to go after a title and surpass her father and become a 17-time women's champion. Or, 17-time world champion and surpass her father, Ric Flair. And once again, Ric Flair. Flair. Her name. Y'all, let's not act like a lot of this stuff didn't happen because of her name. And if y'all don't see that, y'all are delusional, ignorant, or just don't want to pay attention. I'm going to just keep it real. Come on now. Let's be honest. She's had a lot of spotlight because of her name. Like I said, I'm not saying she's a terrible wrestler. She's not. She's a great wrestler. I do support that. I do believe that. I might not be a mega Charlotte fan or anything like that, but I will give credit where credit's due. She is good in that ring. I do believe she is good in that ring. Absolutely. But let's keep it real. A decent amount of this, with the accomplishments and all, is because of her name. Sorry, not sorry. But it's because of her name. So, like I said, I'm happy she's back. It's great that she recovered from this injury and she's able to continue her career. I'm all for that. I'm all for that. I'm not one of those type of fans that's going to be like, oh, she can stay gone. No. No, I'm not going to do that. No, I'm not going to do that. Because I think that's messed up. And it's like, so many folks getting mad because folks were booing her and talking about how she came back from this injury, year and a half. There was a chance that she wasn't able to come back and all that. Here's my thing. Where was this same energy for Dakota Kai? Where was this same energy for Tegan Knox? Where is this same energy for other wrestlers that have suffered an equivalent or more severe injury? You didn't see them get instant championship opportunities. You didn't see them win Royal Rumbles upon return or win a title in the returning match. I'm just saying, y'all, where's that same energy for all those others that went through similar or worse than Charlotte? I'm just saying. I'm happy that Charlotte's back and overcame this, but she's not the only one to do that. I'm just keeping it real. So, a lot of folks getting mad at the Cleveland crowd for booing her and whatnot. I don't think they really understand the reasoning why they're booing her. I truly believe that it's mainly because there are many fans out there that are tired of getting Charlotte shoved down their throats. I'm just keeping it real. And that's happened before throughout her career. Us getting Charlotte shoved down our throats. I'm just saying. That, and she's been fast-tracked to championship wins. I'm not saying that there were some that she didn't earn. There were definitely some earned, for sure. And like I said, I don't think she's a trash wrestler. Some people do. I'm not one of them. But, we got to keep it real. Like I said, I can understand why some boo her and whatnot, but I don't think it's for the reasons that many haters are believing are the reason. I'm just saying. I think it's more so because, some fans are getting tired of having Charlotte shoved down their throats. That's all. That's all I can really say. And like I said, she recently appeared on NXT as well. So technically, like I said, she could challenge Tiffany Stratton, she could challenge Rhea Ripley, or she could challenge Julia. But we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, that's all I really have to say about that. But I wanted to get that out of the way. Just give my take on that. Okay. Now, I want to finish off giving a little mini preview of the upcoming Pro Wrestling Noah Junior Heavyweight Tag League 2025. So, definitely looking forward to this. But right quick, let's go over. Let me pull up the graphic and we'll go over the teams. Okay. Let's see. Y'all see that? Yeah. Okay, have it up. Okay, so just to kind of go over the teams that we have, um, the teams on the left side are for Block A, and the teams on the right side are for Block B. So let's look at our teams. So at the top left, for Block A, you got Rattel's Hayata and Yohei, which they are the current GHC Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. Under them, you got from All Rebellion, Alejandro and Kai Fujimura. Under them, you got TWA, which I believe stands for Teenagers with Attitudes, or something like that. Mark True and Kieran Lacey, which I believe are from Progress Wrestling. And then you have at the bottom left, Ita and Daiki Odashima. Of course, Ita is the current GHC Junior Heavyweight Champion. So that whole left side's from Block A. Now, for Block B, so on that right side, Block B, so starting from the top, you got Atsushi Kotoke and Hajime Ohara. Okay, you got them. Right under them, you got Amakusa and Junta Miyawaki. Okay, you got more representatives from Rattel's. With that third team, which is the combination of Tadasuke and Yuto Kikuchi. And then at the bottom, you got F-Swag, which are Jun Masioka and Gaia Hawks. Which Gaia Hawks I got a chance to meet while I was in Japan at Tantra, which is Natsu's bar. So it was really cool meeting him. But yeah. And at the bottom here, you got, like I said, the tournament starts February 11th at Korakuen Hall, and it will conclude March 2nd in Yokohama, which I believe Yokohama Budokan, I believe. But yeah. So, in all honesty, looking at that Block A, and like I said, Hayata and Yohei are the current junior tag champs. And I assume that the winner of this tournament gets a shot at the tag titles, of course, unless Hayata and Yohei win, which I believe if they do, they get to pick their challengers. Who do I think has a good chance? I mean, of course, the tag champs are always going to be a threat. I mean, Hayata and Yohei are a great combo. You don't want to sleep on Ita. I mean, especially him being the GHC Junior Heavyweight Champ. I think him and Daiki Odashima could do some damage, perhaps. I don't know much about TWA, but I'm very curious to see how they will do. Of course, you know, coming from Progress Wrestling, I believe. All Rebellion. I mean, I like Alejandro. Kai Fujimura is alright. But, to be honest with you, I'd have to say Rattel's. Hayata and Yohei, I'd have to say is the biggest, they're the biggest threat in Block A. But, honestly, that's probably who I'm going to pick to make it out of Block A, to be honest with you, and make it to the finals. But we'll see what happens. And then for Block B, I mean, of course I'm going to be pulling for Amakusa and Junta Miyawaki, because, I mean, y'all know I'm a big Amakusa fan. Part of me does want to root for F-Swag, you know, for Gaia Hawks and Jun Masioka, or Masaoka, of course. Mainly because, I mean, I met Gaia Hawks while I was in Japan, so it's like, hey, it'd be cool to see him win. So, Atsushi Kotoge and Hajime Ohara have a lot of experience teaming up with each other, so they could potentially be a threat. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to see who has the best chance of making it out of the B block. But I will be going hard for Amakusa and Junta Miyawaki. But, you know, I'm looking forward to this tournament. You know, it's kind of a nice break away from the N1 victory tournaments and whatnot. So I'm actually looking forward to keeping track of this, and you know, I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good, and you know, I'm looking forward to it. Definitely looking forward to it, and yeah, February 11th, which is next week, which I believe is next week. I think that's on a Tuesday. Yep, Tuesday. Which is the same day as New Japan Pro Wrestling's The New Beginning in Osaka. Wow. So that's going to be a busy day. But should be good. Should be good. They also, for the start of the tournament for that show, which is Star Navigation Premium is the name of the show. They also got a couple of title matches that's gonna take place at that show. Galeno Del Mal, one of the newest members of All Rebellion, he's gonna get his opportunity at the GHC Heavyweight Championship, as he will take on the champion Ozawa, which I was there at Noah the New Year when Ozawa won the title, defeated Kaito Kiyomiya. Manobu Soya will have an opportunity to try to win back the GHC National Championship, as he will take on the champion Tetsuya Endo. So that should be a really good match. Of course, Tetsuya Endo ended up joining Team, was it Team 2000X or 200X? I think it's 2000X. But yeah, so got that, and thought there was another title match on the card. I could have sworn there was another title match on the card. Maybe not. I thought there was. Yeah, I honestly thought there was another match on the card. Or another title match on the card. But, you know, it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, looking forward to the start of the tournament. But yeah. Should be interesting. Should be really interesting. Let's see. Yeah, Team 2000X. Gotcha. Or Team 2KX. But anyway, that's all I got. Like I said, got a lot to look forward to. But yeah, should be good. Should be really good. But thank y'all so much for coming through. And don't forget to let me know what your thoughts are for the Stardom shows in Vegas. And let me know, for those that are planning on going to one or both Stardom shows, share with me your wish list. What Stardom wrestlers would you like to see make the trip to Vegas that you would love to see? Let me know there. Let me know your honest thoughts about Charlotte Flair and about, you know, the folks booing her, and just let me know your take on that. And let me know your thoughts on the upcoming Pro Wrestling Noah Junior Tag League 2025. Let me know who you think will win the tournament. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell while you're at it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. For another Pro Wrestling Talk, I will catch y'all at the next video and our live stream. Of course, this is provided to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the YouTube, the Tube. My name is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. God bless. See y'all soon. Peace.